Friends and comrades, brothers and sisters in AFPS, no words can truly express our gratitude and appreciation for all that you do day and night in the street of France through the activities of the AFPS, who have shown the world that free people will not remain silent in the face of the war crimes committed against our Palestinian people, whether in Gaza or here in the West Bank, and that Zionist crimes will not escape accountability. We Palestinians have felt constant hope for freedom, and that we will not surrender as long as there is free voice that supports our struggle for liberation from the occupation. Any other solidarity movement, AFPS has distinguished itself by moving beyond morals and political support to direct intervention in strengthening the standfastness, sumud, of our people, especially in villages on the front lines of confrontation with the occupation and settlers, and in Bedouin communities either, that after 7 of October become an easy target for the occupation violence. We have lost more than 40 communities. They have been displaced, whose residents were forcibly displaced in the central of the West Bank, North Jordan Valley, in addition in the refugee camps in Tulkarem and Jenin, North Shams camp. Back to School campaign. This year was the most successful campaign, reaching over 1,300 students across the West Bank. The best activities this year was distributing school bags in al-Khair as a tribute to the martyr Aoud al-Hadalin, who was a teacher at the village school, and even he was an activist in the popular resistance. Aoud have been killed by a cold blood. The work on this campaign is still ongoing. It is not completed. We will continue distributing in another areas just the next days. Civil protection project for communities. Following the repeated settlers' attack on villages such as Al-Mghayr and Turmusaiya and other communities, which included burning dozens of houses and tents, cars, it became necessary to find ways to protect Palestinians. We managed to train groups of volunteers in firefighting and providing 450 fire extinguishers to many villages, including Al-Mghayr, Burin, Burqa, Kufr Malik, Qiryut, Beit Dajan, Bani Naim, Kisan, Hussan, and others. Lightning Bedouin communities. In 2022, with the AFPS support, we were able to provide lights for several communities, including Wadi Siq, Ain Samia, Al-Mghayr, Maghayr al-Dair. But unfortunately, afterward, residents of Wadi Siq and Ain Samia were forcibly displaced from their communities. The experience highlighted that the importance of this initiative due to the repeated settlers' attack. Lighting has become essential for protection. We purchased 350 lights units. Half of them were installed in the central West Bank, we means around Ramallah, especially the Bedouin communities between Ramallah and Jericho, while the remainder will be soon distributed in the southern area, especially in the communities around Masafir Yatta. Al-Mghayr village, one of the most important interventions that we did, refurnishing homes burned by settlers in Al-Mghayr village. In Al-Mghayr, we provide refrigerators, washing machines, ovens, television 24 inches, and microwaves for 20 homes. And with the help of other friends, we managed to support another 30 families. The Dafa campaign, a campaign that provides winter clothing for women and children at the start of each winter, as most of the targeted families that we are working with lives in tiny shacks or tents, unfit for humans, and where children walking along very long distance under the rain and storms. especially those who are going to schools or going with their sheeps. At the beginning, the number of the beneficiaries was very few, but after the AFPS became the main supporter for DEFA, the number of the beneficiaries increased, reaching more than 1,500 the last year. And we are very soon coming for very hard winter for them after demolishing a lot of their tents, after raising the attacks of the settlers. Our good friends in AFPS, what you are doing is not only reinforcing our steadfastness, صمود, but also sending a clear message to the whole world that the occupation will not succeed in isolating or silence us. And the people of the world still believe in our right to freedom. This humanitarian and political solidarity is an act of resistance in itself, restoring our people's faith that we are not alone in facing the machinery of oppression, and that just will prevail no matter how long it takes. We affirm that you are doing a contribution of writing a new chapter in the history of freedom, and that this joint struggle between us and you will remain a proof that the will of people is stronger than walls of separation and occupation. Finally, I have two things to add. I would like to emphasize that we are not experts in reporting and figures. We are simply a group of activists who, through the AFPS, have managed to stay connected with communities that have been attacked by the occupation and the settlers, working to protect them and strengthen them and their resilience. And at the time when the occupation has imposed military rules, banning us from participation and from participating in demonstrations and express ourselves, and tried by all means to silence us, the space between us and the AFPS, this space of solidarity has become the most vital space for us to remain on the ground with our people.